On October 6, the New Youth Musical Festival held in Rizhao, Shandong saw large crowds rushing through barriers, with many entering the venue without tickets. Wow, what a scene! Someone ran in.
Pretty intense. They all went in.
A large number of people without tickets broke into the venue. At the time of the incident, 2 sections of fencing were pushed down as crowds surged forward. Security personnel on site struggled to control the situation as many people rushed in, accompanied by loud shouting and screaming. The festival, known as the first all-night event in mainland China running from sunset to sunrise, featured a strong lineup that attracted many music fans to purchase tickets. According to attendees, some individuals were reportedly encouraged by scalpers to enter without paying. Many fans who were unable to secure tickets expressed disappointment, and some were persuaded by scalpers to engage in so-called free entry. In the ensuing chaos, parts of the metal barriers were dismantled as groups of people shouted and forced their way inside, ignoring safety protocols and order. Similar incident reportedly occurred later that night as well. Wow, wow, it's open, wow, wow. Awesome, awesome. The video uploader wrote, the Rizhao New Youth Music Festival might have seen the most intense ticket evasion. People were sneaking in from afternoon until night. This situation frustrated many paying attendees who had followed the rules, as they felt disrespected by those who broke in. One concert-goer, Mr. An, said that parts of the security checkpoints were damaged, causing confusion and diminishing the overall experience. Other attendees reported severe overcrowding. At several entry points, scalpers were seen leading groups to force their way through ticket checks. Security personnel struggled to contain the situation, resulting in congestion where people could neither enter nor exit. Some witnesses said the crowd was so dense that feet couldn't touch the ground, estimating that up to 80,000 people were packed into a venue designed for 30,000. Observers commented that some individuals viewed skipping security checks or ticket barriers as a form of freedom or rebellion, misunderstanding the meaning of the rock spirit. They noted that true rock values emphasize expression and integrity, not disregard for others or the rules. A music festival can be seen as a temporary community, and purchasing a ticket represents both an entry pass and a social contract. Evading payment, benefiting without contributing, undermines fairness and betrays the trust of rule-abiding fans. The overnight event also drew public attention for its noise level, with nearby residents complaining of disturbance. After the festival ended, large amounts of litter such as plastic bottles, cups, snack wrappers, and bags were left scattered across the beach, leaving the area in disarray.
哎呀，我也挺喜欢音乐，我也挺喜欢摇滚。
I really like music. I really like rock. I think new youth should at least be positive and a bit civilized. Now online, there are all kinds of voices. Sure, there are different factors, but the beach was a complete mess. What do you call a youth with attitude? This isn't it. It's just unbelievable, really unbelievable.
As one blogger noted, such actions do not reflect what it means to be a young person with attitude. Whether breaking through fences to enter for free or leaving trash behind, these behaviors are considered uncivil. Some online commenters mocked the situation, saying that if the same energy used to break into the venue were applied to farm work in Shandong, the fields could be finished in half a day. Others remarked ironically, as the so-called new youth, they certainly seem full of spirit. One quipped, young people sneak into concerts, older people rush to grab free eggs. Maybe no one is in the position to laugh at the other. Indeed, in China, such zero-cost behavior has appeared in various forms, from young people breaking into concerts to some middle-aged individuals taking vegetables from others' fields, sometimes even viewing such acts as harmless or acceptable. In one case, several women were even filmed visiting rural areas and taking vegetables from local farms without permission. Stealing someone's peaches. Let's grab a few more. Harvest looking good. The invaders are in the village. Want to steal everything. There's everything here. Pumpkin, cucumbers, old cucumbers, eggplants, corn, tomatoes, peaches, even these yam vines. No need to buy vegetables tonight. Stealing veggies feel amazing. That person even stole shoes while grabbing vegetables. In their view, taking vegetables from others' fields seemed like a joyful act, a way to get produce without paying, almost as if it were a windfall. Instead of feeling ashamed, some even treated it as a point of pride. Such a value system is troubling and raising concerns about social attitudes. In another instance, similar behavior occurred on a train where even the onboard trash bins were taken.
世界之大无奇不有啊！看到这是啥？许多
The world is full of surprises. Look at this. Many of you watching probably have no idea what it is. Let me show you where it was placed, and you'll get it. It was in the bathroom. I've seen it before, and now someone has taken it. Honestly, I have no clue what you'll even do with it at home.
A train attendant recently shared several unusual incidents he encountered while on duty. He expressed confusion over why some passengers would steal items such as trash bins from the train's restroom. Others, he said, had taken small dining trays or even small hammers. One passenger reportedly remarked that she took a tray home to use for mixing cold dishes. In another case, the attendant recalled someone taking his breakfast. Since there was no dining car at the time, he and his colleagues were given steamed buns. He left his buns on the tea table while working, but when he returned, it was gone. After asking around the carriage, a passenger eventually told him that an elderly woman had placed the buns in her bag. When asked about it, the woman initially denied it. The attendant explained that he hadn't eaten breakfast yet and politely asked for it back. She continued to deny it until he requested to check her bag, where the buns were found. The woman then claimed she thought it had been abandoned and planned to feed it to her rabbits. Some elderly individuals in China had reportedly developed a habit of petty theft, leading to various commonly discussed types of stealing behavior shared online. The first type is the hit-and-run style, which is when you take something quickly and leave. The second type would be the shopping stroll, when walking around a store casually before leaving with unpaid items. Lastly would be the defensive type, when after stealing openly and reacting aggressively if confronted. Beyond small theft, some people have also been found taking scrap metal to sell. In late March, a 62-year-old woman was seen using tools to pry stainless steel strips from a tactile paving path, working with apparent skill and experience. When passersby warned her, she calmly packed up her tools and left. Such cases are not limited to the elderly. Earlier this year, in Jiangxi province, two middle-aged women allegedly entered a jewelry shop pretending to browse, but were later caught attempting to steal gold ornaments. At a jewelry store in Jiangxi, two women recently attempted a deceptive theft. One of them expressed interest in a gold bracelet, prompting the sales assistant to introduce various styles. After appearing indecisive for some time, the woman finally selected one and asked to take a closer look. The sales assistant placed the bracelet on a tray, preparing to let her try it on. At that moment, the other woman requested to see another style at a nearby counter. To assist, the sales assistant temporarily placed the tray down while the attendant's attention was momentarily diverted. One of the women appeared ready to take the tray and leave. Acting on instinct, the sales assistant quickly covered the jewelry tray with her hand, preventing any possible loss. After both women abruptly said they were no longer interested and left, the staff member felt uneasy about their behavior and decided to check the surveillance footage. What she discovered was alarming. The two women had tried to swap a fake gold bracelet from their pocket with the real one on the tray. Their earlier hesitation was likely an attempt to find a bracelet that closely matched the counterfeit. The sales assistant's quick reflexes stopped the switch just in time. However, to the sales assistant's surprise, just as she brought out the bracelet, the two women suddenly said they were no longer interested and quickly left the store, finding their behavior suspicious. The assistant later reviewed the security footage. The footage revealed an unexpected discovery. While the assistant had been momentarily distracted showing another bracelet, the two women had attempted to swap a fake gold bracelet from their pocket with the genuine one on the tray. Their earlier hesitation appeared to be an effort to find a bracelet closely resembling their counterfeit. Just as the switch was about to succeed, the sales assistant instinctively placed her hand over the tray, interrupting the attempt and preventing the theft. An employee later commented that staff are constantly reminded to stay vigilant. If we hadn't been reinforcing our awareness, the jewelry could have been taken without anyone noticing, he said. This loss of integrity has been visible in other incidents as well. This loss of integrity has been visible in other incidents as well. On July 24th, in Chufu, Shandong, a logistic company's truck carrying over 10 tons of frozen goods overturned and fell off a bridge. Instead of helping, local villagers reportedly rushed to the scene to loot the cargo, treating the accident as a chance of zero-cost shopping.
Put those down. Are they yours?
No.
They're not yours, so why are you grabbing them?
Well, everyone else is taking them too. On July 28, Mr. G, the manager of a logistic company, told Lanchao News that a truck carrying frozen goods including pig trotters, chicken legs, and chocolate departed from Lingyi, Shandong en route to Chengdu, Sichuan. Around 11 p.m., the truck overturned on the G1511 Rizhao Chufu Expressway, falling from an overpass, scattering its cargo. The driver was injured and sent to hospital. Mr. G said the company immediately dispatched other trucks for transfer and assigned 5 to 6 staff members to guard the site. However, traffic police needed to survey the scenes first, so the transfer of goods only began after 10 a.m. on July 25. Staff had to move the cargo in small batches using carts. During the process, villagers gradually gathered to observe. Mr. Hu, an employee handling the transfer, reported that the looting occurred in 2 waves. The first wave started around 2 p.m. with a smaller group, while a larger group of dozens arrived around 6 p.m. carrying out large-scale looting. Even after police arrived, the villagers continued. When attempts to intervene failed, officers reportedly stood by without taking action, and the villagers' behavior became increasingly bold. According to G, losses from stolen or damaged frozen goods exceeded 400,000 yuan, but no arrest had been made at the time. On July 28th, the Xizhou police station confirmed the incident involved dozens of villagers and is still under investigation. Only 2 officers were dispatched initially, and the large number of looters made the scene difficult to control. The incident has sparked widespread discussion online. A blogger commented, "This isn't just once or twice. It happens a lot. I don't get why no one deals with it. People grabbing other people's stuff, that's basically theft. Why isn't anything done? Shouldn't there be consequences to stop this from happening?" One netizen shared their thoughts. The hometown of Confucius and Mencius, and this kind of shameless behavior happens. It's really sad, a sign of moral decline. Confucius and Mencius are long gone. Respect and decency don't exist anymore. No matter the province, you can find tons of news like this.
Look at these comments. How can you still have a face? As someone from Jining, I just want to tell these older people, they're embarrassing themselves. Don't take what's not yours. Even kids know to return what they find, don't you? At your age, show some shame.
Others question, why can't this be stopped? Recording it isn't hard. With today's facial recognition tech, tracking people down after should be easy. It could act as a deterrent and a warning because it's not their stuff. They get away with it. Try touching public property. 100 people will get caught. Another incident happened in Shandong. On July 20, around noon, in Shunhe Road, Landing County, Lingyi, multiple people grabbed garlic that had fallen on the ground. Video footage shows several bags of garlic spilling at an intersection, attracting passerbys to collect the items. Local residents Mr. Zhou told Chinese media that although a tricycle driver tried to stop people, it had little effect. Mr. Zhou added that the incident occurred at a busy traffic light intersection and people quickly took the garlic home. He noted that while some may have acted to save money, the situation could have been managed more safely by leaving the items aside without disrupting traffic. Incidents such as looting, theft, or zero-cost entries at events are widely considered unethical behaviors. Such occurrences have become relatively common in China. Mr. Xiao from Hunan told international media that such situations are frequent. He explained that people often feel a lack of stability and security in daily life and concerned about economic uncertainty, may try to save money or goods by any means, including collecting items from overturned vehicles. Li Yuanhua, former associate professor at the School of Educational Science, Capital Normal University, commented that these behavior reflect broader social trends in China, where financial gain is often prioritized. Li suggested that decades of policy and social changes have influenced attitudes towards traditional values and ethics, contributing to current behaviors. He added that cultural and moral norms, like other inherent traits, are passed down through generations. When previous generations lack respect for nature, social empathy, or basic civil conduct, their children may adopt similar behaviors. Examples include older adults taking goods after accidents and young people entering events without paying. Li Yuanhua further explained that when traditional moral education in China was disrupted, the preceding generation lost much of its respect for nature, empathy towards others, and basic civil principles. Instead, individuals often pursued personal gain with a competitive or arrogant mindset. As a result, the next generation may adopt similar behaviors, perpetuating these negative culture traits across generations. Incidents such as older adults taking goods after accidents or younger people entering music festivals without paying reflect the ongoing effects of this interruption in moral education, demonstrating how these patterns can be passed down from one generation to the next. Lee emphasized that changing these patterns requires more than verbal acknowledgement of morality. Individuals need to recognize that gaining through unethical means can lead to negative consequences and that personal gain should not come at expense of others. Reconnecting with traditional Chinese moral values such as benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, faith, integrity, and shame can help guide behavior and rebuild ethical awareness.